To the New York Knicks fans that watch my channel and enjoy my content, I want to apologize to you guys this moment because I haven't made a Knicks video in a while, and I realize that the Knicks have been having what feels like a historic season for New York, and yet there has been no Coop video. Knicks fans, I apologize because I have to be better. I had been planning a video though. I wanted to do a video on Derrick Rose going to NY and what he's meant to this Knicks team. While this is a full breakdown that I still fully plan to do, we get to talk about Derrick Rose and his impact in New York this video, with the Knicks locking in on a few trade targets that play the guard position. Things have the potential to get crazy in NY, and we might see this potential come into fruition. You know what? To be fair, if I haven't made a video on your favorite team in the past 6 months, drop your favorite team down in the comments below, and I'll try to get a video on that team ASAP. Also, I want to show love to everybody that's been rocking with the channel and has been Noti Gang. I want to do a giveaway for my Noti Gang. So if you guys are Noti Gang, comment down below what you guys would like to see given away on my channel, and I'll do my best to bring that to you guys. Now, before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another Get Like Coop video. And that's facts. If you guys enjoy my content, the chances are you'll enjoy my streams. The link to my stream is going to be in the description below. In that same description, you'll also find the link to my football channel, a channel that we're going to be stepping our game up on very, very soon. Now let's talk hoops. We have to talk the Los Angeles Lakers and their plans are big. We have to get this update on Andre Drummond. We have to talk about Miles Turner and what's going to happen with him in Indiana. And we also have to talk about the Knicks on the verge of making a franchise-changing move, or at least a move that can catapult them up the Eastern Conference standings. When it comes to NY, this is the season that I wanted this team to have, but this is the season that I wasn't sure they were capable of having under Thibs. Now, I'm proud to be wrong about Thibs and this culture change in NY, because it's clear to me that the players are bought in. It's clear to me that this isn't your typical New York Knicks team. There's legitimately something to be excited about here. Quickly's been good. I couldn't be a Knicks fan because I wouldn't stop talking about the potential that he has. Quickly's got the ability to make something out of nothing. A lot of people see his catch and shoot ability. I love his in-between game. I love his ability to navigate that mid-range area and find a shot that's appropriate for him. While the percentages for Quickly aren't crazy high, as a rookie, that's not something that necessarily concerns me. As a rookie, I think you have to learn what works in the NBA. If Quickly starts knocking down 1 or 2 more shots per game, and say he starts getting to the line more, his percentages could end up looking drastically different. Now, one thing I love about the New York Knicks is they went out and they traded for Derrick Rose. They're not a team that has been scared to make a move. When the Rose trade occurred, I was like, yo, how is this going to affect Quickly? I'm not sure how I feel about this, even though I love Derrick Rose. And since the Rose trade, Quickly has the highest usage rate on the New York Knicks roster. While I wish Quickly consistently got minutes in the 30s, it's tough to be mad at a usage rate that has steadily been growing. Speaking of growing, how about RJ Barrett? This guy's always had talent, but this season we've been seeing a different RJ Barrett on the floor. The crazy thing is, this guy's only 20 years old. Hey, even he'll tell you these aren't your same old Knicks. And guys, Julius Randle is an all-star. Now, I definitely called this one, but hey, I'm happy for my New York Knicks fans. Now check this out. Relatively speaking, as nice as the New York Knicks have been this season, they're still looking to get better. Now, what's a little weird to me is they're in the market for another guard. They have their eyes on Terry Rozier, as do the Los Angeles Clippers. Not only do the New York Knicks want Terry Rozier, they've been eyeing the point guard in New Orleans that has made major strides this season. I'm talking about Lonzo Ball. They also have some interest in Victor Oladipo. Now, you guys know I'm a Pelicans fan, so I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible. Reportedly, the New York Knicks have been eyeing the trade market for all three of these players. We know LeVar has wanted Lonzo in a big market for some time. I think New Orleans has done a lot of good for Lonzo, and I think Lonzo has done a lot of good for New Orleans. Since struggling to shoot the ball early in the season, Lonzo has been one of the best shooters in the league as of late. This guy's been lighting the league on fire. And in my opinion, what's scary is I think he still has a lot of room to grow. The Pelicans have used Lonzo in what has kind of been an off-ball role this season. You can point to the usage rate, you can point to whatever you want. I watch the games. While Lonzo playing off ball has helped fuel a dominant Pelicans offense, part of me really wonders, what would Lonzo look like if he maintained this hot shooting and returned to being a primary ball handler? And it looks like New York might be wondering the same thing. Reportedly, this upcoming offseason, the Knicks have a ton of cap room, and Zoe is going to be heavily on their radar as a restricted free agent. And reportedly, the interest is mutual. Look, Zoe and NY would be fun, but I wonder what it would mean for some of the other New York Knicks guards. And I also wonder how much the New York Knicks would be willing to pay Lonzo to potentially get him away from the New Orleans Pelicans. Restricted free agency means the Pelicans can match whatever when it comes to re-signing Lonzo Ball. And while I like to think that the Pelicans would, there's a chance that an offer for Zoe ends up getting outside of their desired price range. The Pelicans prematurely extending Adams could have them facing some tough decisions this offseason, and teams like NY are going to be looking to capitalize. Now, one thing that I don't want NY to do is to get too greedy. You have a good thing going, let's move smart. Reportedly, the Cavs are looking for a second-round pick for Andre Drummond. So if the Cavs are trading Drummond, they're trying to get a second back. The Lakers realize that they might not end up with Andre Drummond. They're saying that if we don't get Drummond, we're going to move on and we're going to focus on Hassan Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside is a really weird player to me because he can swing games, but he's not somebody that I would necessarily feel comfortable starting. He would bring you a lot of the same things that Drummond or a Steven Adams could bring you, but he's going to do it at a discounted rate. Look, I'm not necessarily a Whiteside fan, but for the right price, it'd be an interesting move for the Lakers, at least depth-wise. Now remember, I told you guys I didn't want the Knicks making a mistake. Reportedly, they've thought about offering Drummond a multi-year contract if he's bought out. NY's in a good position right now. They've got the market. They've seemingly got stability. If you think Drummond is that guy, you go out and get him. But if this is a guy you're paying big money and signing just because he's available, then that's a mistake. You don't want to just tie up money for the sake of just tying it up, especially when your situation is looking as good as it has in recent memory. Now, it also really does feel like the Knicks do want the big also, because they're a team that has been interested in Miles Turner, as are the Lakers, Clippers, Hornets, and you have to be kidding me, the Pelicans. If you wanted Miles Turner, the time to go get him was before this season. He probably could have been had for around the same price that they got Steven Adams for. That's been a giant mistake. We'll have to talk about that in another video. But anyways, Indiana is not trading Miles Turner at this moment. But the guy is a beast. He's the league leader in block shots. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Get Like Coop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.